Let's go paint an Easter rabbit. I'm Michelle Manriquez from Drop That Brush, and I want to help people who are not artists become artists. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. So this photo came from a website called Paint My Photo, called PMP, and the user's name is F32 Aperture. So thank you for letting me use your photo. I really appreciate it. First, let's talk about the values. I took it and did some drawing to show the shapes. We're looking at the dark shapes going one way, and then the light shapes go on the other side. And it's pretty obvious. You can see the sun shining on one side and the other side's a darker shape. We're doing a cool thing. We're doing colors that you wouldn't expect, but kind of fun for colors for Easter. I did a video up there for a limited palette using gold, turquoise, and purple. Weren't expecting that, huh? I did that, and I learned that when I mix them on the palette, not such a good idea. So you really want to mix those particular colors. If you choose to do those colors, go ahead and mix it on the paper. It's kind of like a paint by value. Everything that is light or white, they can be yellow. Everything that's kind of medium, they're going to be turquoise. Dark will be the purple. Just paint by value. It's totally cool. As long as you keep your values correct, it'll all work. Promise. It's not the color you use. It's the value that tells you, oh yes, that's a bunny rabbit or that's a dog. You want to really look, and it's fun to recognize you can do pretty much anything you want as long as you have the right and correct value. So you're going to love this. I love it. The background is going to be splatter. I'm going to make it really simple. I'm not doing it to anything interesting, just very simple, fun, and just kind of when I get bored, I'll just splatter some things just for fun of it. Bunnies are what? Soft. So you're going to make sure that most of your edges will be really, really soft. And that's kind of your big goal, is make sure that you've got your edges softened. If you have problems with softening edges, I have a video here. You can check that out so you could practice softening edges. Let's go paint an Easter rabbit. Well, hello there. I am looking for this as a fun project. If it doesn't come out, that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. Again, I'm going to look at shapes more than anything else and values. I'm just going to put some water on it. Some will be hard, some will be soft, and I'll kind of just let it roll. So I'm only going to use 3 colors, and they're unusual colors. Gold, Dawn Andrews, and purple. Bet you wouldn't think that. Bunny rabbit should be fun, right? Don't you think? I think so. So here's where I'm kind of looking. Oh, look at that. I want you to look. See right there? And look, it just literally shoved everything away. It's totally cool. Here's my white. When I say white, they can have color in it. I don't mind if a little color. But, you know, I know that that should be lighter. So that probably will be in this shade or white. My darker will be areas that are more purple and this color. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's all dry. Totally dry. So, do I care? Well, all right. I don't think I care, because if I get a little rusty and, you know, ratty looking, I think that might look good. So I'm not going to sweat it. So, you know, when I feel like I'm getting nervous, I just go for it. And sometimes that really helps me a lot. I don't know if other people have that problem, but I get nervous. And so, yeah. I'm trying to think, is there, okay, there's a little area of white right there. I'm going to soften this just a little bit. And you can see I went right off the edges. I'm just going to add water and just kind of shove it in. Won't hurt anything. So I'm just going to go back and forth with these colors because I just want it to be fun. I just want to have fun. Do you guys want to have fun? That's all I want. If I don't have a good time, then I don't like it. Let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna get some dead colors. When I mix this color and that color, I'm definitely gonna mix a little dull colors. So for the time being, I think what I'll do is I'll try not to mix those if I can avoid it. Know that there's going to be little light areas. That's the only thing I really care about. I care about one thing, which is keep those lights light. So there's going to be white around the eyes because eyes are so important. I'm just going to kind of tuck myself right around that. And I see I already missed it a little bit, so I'm just going to scoop that right back out. See, it's so easy. Okay, I have a little bit of white right here. And I'm just going to tip it back out. I hope you can see it's really juicy, really just kind of fun. Not really worried about having, oh yes, this has to be perfect. There's some white here, but it's like really light. So I think I'm just going to scoop that back out a little bit. And you see the juice? See the juice? The juice makes it really cool because then I get all kinds of movements. I know you guys think sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, it won't, it'll be a bad thing. But you know, it should be fun. This should be fun. If it's not fun, then you're missing the whole point. Yeah. Now I'm being careful as I mix. See, this is getting kind of brown and boring. I know that I should have left a little more white, but I'm just going to kind of tip a little bit. See what I can pull back out. Soften an area just right here, just like that. So I get some little blots of that and kind of let it soften. I'm not planning on doing the background. I'm just giving it a little splatter of color and those three colors that I'm using over and over again. I'm going to try to give a thicker gold right here so that will kind of make it look like fur. And then I'm going to soften here. That went how I wanted to go. Okay, I think I got a little too. I didn't mean to do it quite so bold. I wanted to be softened. Something that just says, oh yeah, there's hair over there. Look at that. I see hair. Do you say hair? I see hair. So you can see I'm trying to get at this movement of hair. And I'm actually kind of working this shape right underneath his chin. And I'm making it much more thicker. You can see it's actually holding its shape. That looks much nicer than having every single little hard edge. So far, I'm in good shape. I kind of got excited and went start to my darks, but it just felt good. I like those darks. They make me happy. So I'm just going to start top to bottom. I can make a very dull color easily, but I actually want it reasonably, clean. Okay. As I'm looking at this ear, a light tone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put water here. Now you can see right here, this blended nicely. Over here, there wasn't enough water, so I'm gonna add a little water just to make it move. And I don't think I'm gonna do anything else upon this, except maybe a little bit of line work, just say, so it pops out. So if I do this and skip, because it is in and out, in and out. It's not this boring shape. It actually is kind of an interesting shape. I'm gonna hit the corner. Maybe soften one of them. Now I can see here this shape is lighter. In fact, it's quite a bit lighter right there. And then it gets darker over here. I'm trying not to mix it on the palette. And you can see it wants to just talk to each other. And I don't want it to do that, so stop. And I'm just kind of wiggling my brush like, let's see. Oh no, it's a hard edge. Sorry about that. And then I'm gonna blend it in and let it do what it wants to do, which I may not like, who knows, or I may love. So all I'm doing is I'm just gonna touch it and let it do its thing. Ta-da! That was not hard, right? Again, I'm not being real descriptive. You can figure out that's an ear. Is that enough information to say, oh yeah, that's an ear? And I know this is a light area, so I'm just adding water. Now, what should have done was I should have done this first, not that. Because now I'm going to put my hand and I will, yeah, I'll do a bad thing if I do that. So I have to be really careful. So I think I'm going to have to move. Okay, I got too much water. Too much water. So let me try this again. Let me make it thicker. I think I need to blow dry because if I don't, I'm going to get a mess. All right, so let me do this side. Same thing, one more time. All right, this time, we're going to put water here. I'm going to stay right here. See the water? Just water. And yes, I know I went over the lines. Really, I swear, it didn't hurt anything. That's kind of an ugly color, huh? Let's tap that in a little bit more. Well, pretty. Oh, you can see, if you aren't careful, I will produce ucky colors. It does happen. But this is kind of light. So let's flip it this way. Now I'm going to go back to my purple. And again, I'm making sure it's kind of pretty purple, not a really mixed, yucky purple. And I'm just going to pop it in. And I want that to be there, but I still want it to, I don't want to have a hard line. Is it going to have a hard line? I'm looking at it. So I'm going to soften it again. Now, I'm not sure what I'm doing at the end of that. So rather than just stopping, I'm going to soften it. I'm trying to think what happens. It looks like it kind of goes, it's kind of a light area. And I think I'll stop right here. I may have to pull this out again because I didn't like the color I got. So hang on, still working it. Don't think it was dark anyway. Soften an area. Oh yeah, I like that. Doesn't have to be boring. I can live with that. You guys like that? I don't know, you may not like it, but I kind of think it's fun. Alrighty then. All right, now, this stays light, this is dark, and I definitely want to pop that purple against that, see that color? That color's called yellow. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, never mind. That's lighter. Whoops. I blew that one. All right, so what do we do if we blow it totally? Well, we have a couple options. We can just do this, which is what I'm going to do. All right, let's work on the eyes and the nose because then he'll magically come. Now, since I don't have a black, or I can't make black, I can get... And there's eyelashes. Yay. Now, there's definitely a little color here, and I'm just going to add a little color here. And a little color right here. And I shouldn't be working there because I'll make messes, so let me drop that. Not a good idea. You see, I'm holding my brush, trying to do pretty much straight up. And that allows me to have good control. We'll let that go for a minute. I think this is a little lighter. Just pull that out. Okay. All right. Let me work his nose and his mouth. Okay, so this mouth is dark. There's around, there's dark. I say his nose should be green. What do you think? I'm going with green. I think that'll look really pretty. And on top of it, I think I'm going to get that gold. As it comes down, I can see a little darker. So I'm going to use a little purple. I'm looking at the values. Is the values close to what I'm going for? Right in the edge, there's going to be a really dark purple. I love that edge. I'm just going to grab and kind of tuck in a little color here. I don't see how hard that is. I hate that. So I'm going to soften it. I have the right idea, but I didn't mean it to be so hard. Does that happen to you guys? Because boy, that happens to me a lot. Okay. Oh, I like that better. I'm going to soften that too. What are bunnies? They are soft. Now, this side of the face is much lighter. So that's kind of the focus that we need to pay attention. And I'm looking at shape that goes around the eye. Again, this is my darker side. Now, this is a hard edge. We do not want a hard edge because your faces or your noses, whether it's a person or a thing, you want it to be kind of soft. And so I'm going to soften this and I'm going to soften that. Soften edges. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I like how that looks. As long as I don't play with it, I should be okay. And I'm going to soften because guess what? Rabbits are what? Soft. And so I'm looking at this shape. I got that shape pretty good. Dark. I want those eyes to pop. And the way to make it pop is to make it darker. So let's do this. I'm going to put water on this side. I'm not going to paint here. I'm painting over there, and I'm going to purposely throw in some gold right here and pretty hard. And I'm hopeful. Remember what the the palette did, it pushes colors out. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to hope that it will hide, it will shove out, not go in. We hope. Got a little wussy. There we go. Go for it. Real quickly, I'm going to soften that. Oh, I like that. So I made that shape in one well swoop, and I really like that, how that came out. And I want to make sure that this gets soft. There we go. And if I got a little too much, I'm just going to pull it back out a little bit. No big. Now I can see the water is already gone. So I'm going to add water again. And I really, really, really need an edge there. So I'm just going to soften it. This is kind of in the sunshine. And so I'm just going to put some water. So this would be a lot of light colors. There's these shapes inside the thing. And this one I thought was quite interesting. And I'm just going to kind of pop it in there. Because it says, this is the way my fur's going. Maybe I want to throw in just a little color here and there, right? What do you think? Squeezing. I'm allowing it just to kind of blend in. Watch out. If I start doing dry brush strokes, what'll happen is that your eye will look right there. That's not good. I think it got a little too crazy over here. I want you to see something that I see. I'm about ready to go for my darks. Maybe soften a couple edges. I don't want that to be hard. But where is my eye gone to? Right there. That's what I see. And how helpful was that? Not. So I got to fix that. Let me get my darks and then we'll decide if we just want to soften that up. Again, don't do it now because it may look great by the time I get ready to be done. What I'm looking for is these little shapes right here, and make sure that all of them are deep enough. Like right there, there's a shape. I'm going to do the eyes a little darker. I'm going to try it with green eyes. Goes when it's dry. Where I put the green underneath versus, see, I think that gave it something. If I hate it, I can pull it right back out. I'm okay with that. Alrighty then. Right here too. And if you look, there actually is a little yellow here and there. A little lighter. And I'm going to soften this up. Now, what I love is I had that soft edge. So let me see if I can get that over here. Could I please do this? Could you work with me here? I really would like to have a soft edge. If it doesn't happen, it's not the end of my world, but you know, you can always hope, right? I'm going to soften the edge here. There's a little shape here. I have no idea what it is. I'm just going to soften it in there and throw it in there. put water here. And maybe ins and outs. I don't need to do a full edge. People are smart. They know that's hair. I'm going to just kind of soften it out. We are at the end, babes. We just want to hit the dark areas and get out. I'm kind of doing my side. I don't know if you can see. My brush is all messed up, and I'm just kind of trying to make hairs with that. Why not? Wow, that really popped that eye. That made a difference. I really like that. I'm going to soften something here. You see where I outlined everything? That's never a good thing. I'm just going to soften that up a little bit. I did it on the other side too, which I know better than to do that. So let me just, okay, nothing happened. Don't you love that? So let's do this. I'm going to make this a little darker. And I'm going to put water here. And I'm going to thicken it up a little bit. Kind of goes like a little triangle. And it kind of goes ins and outs and ins and outs. Does it say rabbit? Does this still bother me? Yes, that is so dark. Huh. And I definitely want a soft edge. So I'm just going to put water on everything. Can't mess that up. That makes a huge difference. Let me go with, start with. Okay, nothing happened. You know, I think I missed the turn a little. This should have been a little lighter right here. Do I want information here? I could put more information here. I really could. Is it important? Do I want you to focus in this area, or do you want to focus on his cute little face? I have a couple things here. This has to be softened. It does need to be dark, but it doesn't need to be hard. All right, so I'm going to soften this because maybe I would like it. And it really, sometimes it really does happen that I decided I liked it. And if I leave it alone, I would have been sad. So for me, it is kind of important to just kind of allow it to do its thing. Was a fun painting. I didn't expect it to come out so fun. It just made my heart feel joyful. But you know, after I looked at the painting, I took it to my class I was teaching in it. Did another one, a bigger one on a quarter sheet with different colors. As long as the value is the same, doesn't matter what color. Anyway, I came in and I thought, something's missing. So, look at my painting. Tell me in a comment what I forgot to do. Because there is something I definitely forgot. And did I need it? That's the question. Nobody seemed to even notice. So maybe I didn't need it. But normally I would think I should do it. But yeah. Anyway, so you know what? Why don't you paint with me? Go grab the picture, value study, and the sketch. And put that painting into Drop That Brush Facebook page so I can see it and share your work. When you don't know what you're doing and you're brushing and stroking, drop that brush, like, subscribe, and ring that bell. You have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.